Hey friends, welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and today is Wednesday, April 5, 2023. We've got the sun in Aries, representing initiative, drive, that sense of self and your own power to enact your will in the world. Whereas we've got that full moon in Libra across the sky in the opposite sign, which is asking you to think about how your relationships feel, how you're cooperating, whether there's a little balance of give and take there. So we're gonna have that sun opposition moon late tonight, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first I want to talk to you about where we start this morning with Mercury's sextile to Saturn. So Mercury is the intellect. It's your thoughts, plans, and communications, and kind of your day-to-day routine activities, the things that you do to get around and get through your day, right? And that's in a cooperative relationship right now with our sense of structure and security, our desire to feel supported. So, you know, this can bring about sort of a serious-minded, practical thinking way. We're able to make really clear plans. We have really good organizational skills at this time, and it's a good time, you know, to either give your attention to something that's very serious and germane to your own support and security in your life, or it can be just a good time to catch up on mundane tasks that they'll go really quickly for us. And then we can say we took care of a bunch of responsibilities, right? And that's at 11:21 this morning, Central Standard Time, of course. It only lasts for about a day. So, you know, use this sort of serious-minded, cooperative ability to take care of business to your advantage at this time. Then this evening at 5:18 p.m., the sun is going to be conjunct to Chiron. And that's significant because Chiron in Aries is about diversity and inclusion. It's about whether you felt included. It's really kind of reflects on times when we felt like the odd man out, or we were excluded for a reason or put on the spot in some way and felt embarrassed or something like that. These sort of old social wounds that linger with us and have an impact on the way we act in our day-to-day life as adults. We're seeking to let those go now, right? We're seeing how far we've come, and we're saying, oh, you know, that's not so embarrassing to me anymore, or that's so far in the past, and I know that that's not me anymore, right? So the sun is really putting a spotlight there under pressure, and it's really like your healing at this time is contributing to your ability to act out your sense of purpose in the world, which is really beautiful, okay? So we're healing from those old wounds, we're solving problems, and we have, you know, this help not only from our sense of initiative and momentum, our personal empowerment, but also from that full moon in Libra saying, you know, we can find a balance between, you know, remembering what happened so that we can be good advocates for ourselves and other people, and, you know, continuing to be wounded by what happened in the past, which, you know, no longer really helps us anymore. And then at 1:42 this afternoon, the moon, which is before this, the moon goes square to Mars. Okay, so these lunar aspects, we don't address them very often anymore because they're pretty minor and not everybody really feels them, but it can be sort of an impatient or an insatiable desire to quench your thirst, right? Okay, so our assertive acts can come across a little bit as unnecessary roughness, right? We can possibly be a little too assertive. You know, we can think that we're asking but sound like we're ordering things, you know, that kind of thing. So we just want to be careful, especially because the moon is in Libra, and it's very much about how we relate, especially to our loved ones, our romantic partners, our friends, our family members, those people that, you know, we rely on to help us and lift us up and give us support in the world. We don't want to be short. We don't want to be impatient. We don't want to be forceful with those people, right? So let's look out for that this afternoon. And then late tonight at 11:34 p.m., the sun is opposite to the moon. So that is the culminative point of the full moon. Before that moment, the sun is waxing, or the moon is waxing, and after that moment, the moon will be waning, right? So we come out to enjoy and appreciate that moment when we can. In the middle of the night is a great time because it'll be right up above in the sky, at least from where I'm standing in the American Midwest. And so, this is really a time to be reflecting on that sense of balance in our relationships. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in ourselves and our own power and our own sense of initiative and what we're trying to get done that we neglect to share power with our loved ones, to share power with our partners, those people that we rely on to help us do what we're doing, right? They're relying on us as well to help them do what they're doing in the world, right? So it's about shared power, and it's really about, the give and take. So if you notice today, because light is being shed on imbalances, especially imbalances between individuals in relationship with one another, okay? If you notice that there's an imbalance, that you are giving too much to a situation and not seeing the reciprocity, or if you are giving too little to a situation, you feel like you're always receiving, support and a boost or a gift or something from this person, and you're not, reciprocating well enough. It's time to take note of that. It's time to have that conversation with that partner in your life, see how they're feeling about the balance of the situation. And then it's time to take action to sort of improve who we are as individuals, as personally empowered people, to improve who we are in terms of our relationships, in terms of those people, especially that we like, love, and can't get enough of. Okay, so have the conversation when you notice the imbalance, and go ahead and take measures, right? A measured approach, but take action. Make it a goal of yours to say, yes, I'm going to be better in this relationship, or yes, I'm going to, not give where I'm not being reciprocated. All right. Okay. And then coming up in about a week on the 13th, we'll have that third quarter moon in Capricorn. Between the full moon and the third quarter moon, what we do is we reflect. We think about where we have been. We think about how this celebration, how the culmination to this celebration went for us. And we think about, how would we like it to go better the next time? What can we get rid of? What can we stop worrying about? What can we try to stop including or being or doing or having? What can we release from our lives? And that's physical stuff and things, objects, right, that we've cluttered up our home spaces or our creative spaces with. But that's also like thoughts, attitudes, dispositions, sort of emotional crutches, relational crutches. Okay. We need to be releasing those things that are not any longer working for us. And that's why this light gets shed once a month. So that's the 1 week between the full moon and the third quarter moon, is just reflecting, thinking about it, starting to kind of make a list of those things that you would like to release and let go. So when you get to that third quarter moon, we go into a more active mode of pushing stuff out of our lives. And then after that, before that, I'm not sure if that's on next Monday, Venus will be sextile to Neptune. That's a very dreamy kind of vibe. That's actually this Friday, the 7th. Venus will be sextile to Neptune. Is very dreamy, very romantic, very sort of having sharing your fantasies with your loved one kind of vibe. And then Mercury is going to be sextile to Mars that day too. So that's communication and initiative. It's a very cooperative vibe all around that day. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will be back here to discuss Friday the 7th with you at that time. All right, I think that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you that show up for me, and I'll see you all back here soon for more Astrology Today.